Hello, everyone. Today I will be giving my thoughts on the new for 2025 Home Depot animatronics. I'm a big fan. I have already reacted to them, so this is not my first time reacting to uh, the animatronics, but I'm gonna give my thoughts on them, and I want to give huge credit because none of the official stock photos are out yet. Well, they are, but they're also not on the website, so I can't just go on the website and see. As you can see, like this is all the old stuff with costumes, inflatables. It also does show. If I can go back here, I was like looking through all the pages to see maybe they're deep buried down, but they're not. It also says coming soon, so licensed characters, all the lights, the tombstones, pumpkins, giants, skeletons, and it says something spooky is coming. We're unveiling some of our creepiest creations yet, and there's more to come. So we'll see what there is, but I can't look at it on the website, so we have to react through a compilation video of all the animatronics demo videos. I'm not going to go through every single demo, like I'm not going to watch the entire thing. And huge props to, I think it's pronounced Infla. He posted this video of all of them in one. Besides, like, there's a couple missing because the demos weren't out at the time it was posted. And I will link his channel in this video, or yeah, in the description. So let's get on to it. Oh, all right. See, I'm not gonna really like show the whole video. I'm gonna pause at like a freeze frame. I think this guy is awesome. I do not prefer him more than another one that is coming up right after this one. I think it's called the Wally Crow animatronic. It's Galley Crow. Yeah. I think he's awesome. He doesn't have any speaking phrases, which is kind of a downside, but Levitating Reaper last year, he had speaking phrases, and his phrases were not very loud. So I guess it is kind of a give or take if he did have phrases. Um, 15 feet, of course. He takes 3 people to build. That's the recommended amount of people to build him. There's not much more to say about him other than he is awesome, and he might be a pickup for me this year if they still have him in store. This might be a pickup. I'm not sure yet though. So yeah, I love his huge jacket he's got on. His arms are like tree branches. He's basically like a tree stump crow, you can say. And yeah, he's pretty cool. And he's in like a scarecrow like pose. Awesome. So I'm gonna go on to the next. I have to do it like manually like this. Oh, all right. So we'll just do that. We'll play a little bit. You guys get the idea. All right. So this is the 15-foot giant-sized animated LED Worry Crow, and this is more of a scarecrow type version of the last one we just saw, and I prefer this one way more because it does make a little more sense. Like, he's a scarecrow basically. It makes sense that he's wearing a jacket. I actually love his face. He he's more he's not like the Lowe's Techie Toys 12-foot skeleton, or not skeleton, scarecrow. He's more of a traditional like scarecrow you'd see on a farm, but instead of him being on a stick, he is at an actual tree branch, and I think it is awesome. He as well doesn't have any speaking phrases, I think, but it is kind of menacing seeing him stare down at you as like someone's trick or treating or walking by your house during the Halloween season. So yeah, this is probably like my third biggest pickup of the year if I get him. Like this is like my third most anticipated. So we'll see. I'm not promising too many. I'm not promising too many reviews. So let's go on to the next one. Oh yeah. Wait a second. This you'll see. Ew. Oh. Do they show the whole body on this? Please tell me. Oh yeah, they do. All right. The butcher pig reskin of I think it was I don't remember the name of last year. I think it was Night Stalker. I don't remember, but I love this guy, and he's only like $100, I think, around there. This guy is a definite pickup this year. Most likely definite. Like I said, not promising any of this because if I pick up something, that obviously means I have to review it. So I love this guy. I don't know why. I think it's just it's not unique because we've gotten a butcher pig before this. I just love the animation. I think it works better on a butcher than the Night Stalker, whatever scarecrow we got last year. I think it is so unique, and I just love that face sculpt. And for only $100, I think he is a great addition to most people's collection. Unless there are, like, deformities in some way, then probably not. But still, for $100, he's pretty good. And if they sold this at, like, Spirit or Lowe's, it'd be, like, $300. Or not 300, maybe like 200. I think he's really cool, and since this guy actually has phrases, unlike the last two, we will actually show them if I can find where it is at. I think it's right here. Oh yeah, it's back here. Alright, that was his phrase. They only show like one phrase per animatronic, so I don't think I'm going to show the next one because it does take quite a while. And we're already at 8 minutes into the video. We've only gone through 3 animatronic. There were so many more. So the next one is actually, I think it's called Dark, like, yeah, the Evil Queen. I was going to say Dark Princess for some reason. Evil Queen from Snow White. I'm not too much of a like Disney Snow White, Disney princess like fan. I think she's cool for what she is. I'm assuming she's gonna be pretty expensive for a licensed prop, and I do not like her face one bit. It looks very deformed. Like I can tell that's just very bad latex, and like it's probably very thin and will probably be very deformed. The hair is also, I'm pretty sure, a little too white for her, like too clean. I'm not sure. I haven't watched Snow White since I was like 4, but from what I remember, I think I'm remembering right. She's from Snow White. If not, comment where she's from. But yeah, there's not much for me to say. She's 5.5 feet. Her design is pretty bland. It's just like a normal witch. Um, but she is a Disney character, so she's gonna sell like hotcakes. So let's go on to the next. All right, this is one I am not too fond of this year. And it's the 6.5 animated lead fisherman in a rocking chair. That 6.5 feet actually comes from just the uh, fishing rod. I've blanked on the name of fishing rod. He's a reskin from so many years ago. They've been reskinning this guy for so long. It used to be like a witch that used to sit in the chair. Now it's a fisherman. They did a fisherman in 2023. I'm not a big fan, but there is a reason they brought this guy back and redesigned him, though. I did like his reskin in 2023. I honestly prefer the old one more than this one. Um, Mainly because they could have changed up something on him, but you know, it also does come. This is supposed to be a side piece to the bigger piece that we're gonna see in a little bit. But yeah, there's not much thought like that much to talk about because we've seen him for the last 3 years or so. Speaking of seeing people for the last or animatronics for the last 3 years, or more than 3 years, we have another Gravedigger. This one is super unique though. I really love this guy way more than any Gravedigger we've ever gotten from Home Depot or I think any other line of stores and company. He is a jump scare prop, and one of the few that Home Depot actually does, and I will show you what he does. See, I mean, it's not too much of an effective jump scare. I'm sure little kids will get scared of it, but no one's gonna be looking down at the guy's feet when they're walking past him. It's jump scare prop. It's not the best executed one in the world. Um, I still think he's pretty cool though, and he might be a pickup if they still have him in stock when they're like a little more empty. He might be like a later in the year pickup. His eyes, I'm almost certain at the managers meeting when they showed this guy off, he had actual eyes. He didn't have these. Let me see if I can find where. I mean, he didn't have these like decaying eyes, which I think add way more. I'm almost certain. I'm not saying that he didn't, but I remember him having eyes. But yeah, this guy is awesome. He might be a pickup. All right, this is this next one isn't one I care for too much. I mean, I don't even know how to pronounce the name of this guy. We can go back. Hearsay? Is that how you say it? I mean, it's just they always have this guy at Home Depot. Nothing new. 5.5 skeleton pony is sold separately. I think that guy is pretty cool, but it's a little too big for like my yard, and I don't think it really goes with anything much this year besides like a couple, like one or two animatronics. But he's a cool novelty piece, especially if you have a certain theme in mind. Okay, we'll go to this one right here. Here we have the new Plague Doctor for this year. Extremely unique. I've heard a lot of people say he reminds them of the they remind them of, or yeah, he reminds them of the Lord Raven from like I think 2022 at Spirit, and last year's Plague Doctor sold by Home Depot, which I can actually see because I'm pretty sure it's the same animation from what I remember. I think this is the best one they've sold. I'm not saying this is better than Lord Raven, but eh, it's there, you know. He's pretty cool though. There's just nothing much to say. I don't really remember his phrases, but I'm not gonna play him because I'm not trying to take too much time. We're already at 15 minutes into the recording, and I'm trying not to I'm not gonna cut much anything out of this. So let's go on to the next. Trying to get one with both of them in the shot. Bro. Alright. Blurry picture. I do not care about these witches at all. Very dumb by Home Depot to re-release this animatronic again, but reskinned obviously. Worst idea. I'm not gonna go over them too much. Terrible animatronics, or animatronic. Dislike them. Definitely not a pickup this year. We thought they were gonna be Servo, or I saw a YouTuber. I think it was Ryan's. He thought they were gonna be Servo. Fortunately, they were not. It would have been nice to maybe be a different animation, but no, it's just them staring at the pot again, or the cauldron. Alright, you all know we are happy to see this one. Obviously, my review of my 2024 Chucky animatronic, which the new one's back here. We're not going to get into him yet. We're talking about the Tiffany animatronic. Absolutely a pickup. This is my second pickup of the year for sure. I'm definitely going to try to get the Chucky that's behind her right there, though. But I love her design. Looks straight out of Bride of Chucky, and you know, you just have to see the movements to know why you need her, because she looks like she's literally the actual animatronic from the movie. So let's just but yeah, that movement is absolutely insane, and I'm a fan of it. Let's and it is Jennifer Tilly's original voice. Um, Something I'm not a fan of though, which you'll also see on Chucky later. The knife kind of looks a little worse. Like, actually, her knife isn't that bad, but you'll see Chucky's in a little bit. I'm not a big fan of his. Next, we have the Bride of Frankenstein. I think she's also really cool. I mean, she's very similar to obviously the Tiffany, and she's not similar, but you know, in regards of like similarity, the Tiffany you would probably have to pick up with the Chucky, unless you know. I mean, it's up to you. Same thing with the Bride of Frankenstein, especially more with the Bride of Frankenstein because less people like know what the Bride of Frankenstein is. In my opinion, I think she's fantastic. I'm personally not gonna pick her up because I'm not a huge fan of the Frankenstein movies. I would have probably got her if I had the Frankenstein animatronic from last year, and my Home Depot was selling them on sale for like $60 last year on clearance because nobody like grabbed that guy, and I do kind of regret not grabbing him because he did have pretty lifelike movements. The only thing I didn't like was kind of like how his face like looked. It was whatever, and how his clothes weren't too dirtied up. But you get what you get with these like cheaper animatronics, but I think she looks extremely cool, and I hope they continue this trend next year with more Universal Monsters animatronics. And hey, if you're a fan of Frankenstein, I suggest getting this. Like, as so, I am a fan of the Chucky franchise. But yeah, she's cool, but not a personal pickup for me. Uh, I don't think we have to go over this, but this is like a 3 foot tabletop, which with a stick in her hand, pointing it at a frog. It's whatever. Let's just go on to the way cooler guy. Like, why did he put him right after? Okay, I think it's the the Wordman. I'm just gonna call it a dragon out of the sakes of me not remembering the name. It, I mean, I love it. Probably not a pickup, but he's really cool, and I know a lot of people wanted a dragon animatronic because they have themes. A lot of these people, I don't really have a theme. I personally put out what I think is the scariest, and yeah, I call it a day. But I know a lot of people have themes. Like, some people have medieval themes, which this guy would work perfectly in. And I know a lot of people have pirate themes, which there are a couple animatronics from last year and this year that would work perfectly. So Home Depot is kind of like perfect if you want your theme to be fully fleshed out. And if that's your theme, or if you just want a cool dragon, hey, I suggest him. I think he's like 8 feet tall, from what I believe. I'm just gonna look through here. Yeah, he's 8 feet, and he does color change, as you can see. I personally like the green that's on him already, though. I think that looks the best because he has green skin. Alright, so what's the next one? This guy. I don't like him as much as I wanted to. He's just. I. It looks like he has bad latex. Like, I don't like latex props. I don't think I have a single latex prop in my very small. It's a very small collection. That's probably why, but I don't think I have a single latex prop. I think it's mostly plastic and like whatever material the Chucky is, because I have a couple more of servo props, but I can't remember. Oh no, I do have a latex prop. It's a gargoyle from Lowe's. But off with that tangent. This guy, I mean, he's cool for what he's supposed to be. It's an animatronic that is holiday based, so you can put him out for St. Patrick's Day, or you can put him out for Halloween, or both. I don't really like him. His animation is it's like the Chucky animation, but without servos, which kind of makes it boring. He just moves side to side while stabbing and talking. Pretty lackluster. I'm not even gonna lie and say that the Chucky animation isn't lackluster apart from the servos. So yeah, pretty lackluster. Probably wouldn't pick him up for less than $100, or probably even less than that. But let's go to the next. Like I said earlier, we obviously have a pirate theme going on here. This is a reskin, and I personally like this reskin more. I obviously personally won't be picking this up because this has no spot for my theme that's not really a theme, but it's still kind of a theme. I don't think it would fit well on my yard, especially since my yard is very small and I have 2 giants already. So it would be kind of hard to fit this guy, especially if I get another giant this year, which I'm hoping. But yeah, it is what it is if I don't. But cool prop, cool anime. I'm pretty sure he moves the wheel side to side and talks, which is pretty cool animation if you ask me. And I just love the detail on the ship. It's like a sinking ship basically. And like I said, Pirate theme. This is a perfect pirate theme item, obviously. Since he is a pirate. This is going perfectly next to your Captain Cuts, or the Captain Cuts like sidekick there was last year, which was also servo for like $150, but I don't know if they sell that anymore, so if you don't have it. Okay. I love this. It's a 9.5 foot. Well, I don't know if it's in width or if it is in height, but either way, that is absolutely huge. You can already tell by not even looking at the height, by like looking at it in real life. You can just tell it's huge on video. Love it. It's a static spider. I love the little veiny purple, like it just looks nasty, and I hate how nasty it looks, but I love it at the same time. And hey, I'll buy it if it isn't like over a ridiculous price, which Home Depot is usually good at pricing their items. I think if this was sold by another company, like I've said many times throughout this video, it would probably be around the 400 to 500 range. I'd say this is about 300 to 250 to 300. So, oh no, I do not like this guy, and I'm really hoping it isn't a full-priced animatronic. It looks like a budget animatronic. I don't like him. I think the pig reskin of the Night Stalker, or the Night Stalker reskin. I'm pretty sure it's called Night Stalker. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is way better. Even if you already own the one from last year, it is a reskin. It looks completely different. Do not buy this guy if it is a budget animatronic. He looks stupid. I don't really know what his animation is, so let's just check it out real quick. But maybe if it's a good like animation, maybe it'll justify. Do not buy this guy. Very dumb. I do not like his very stupid looking pumpkin head and his hair. It just looks like a Sunstar animatronic. He is definitely my what? Video removed by uploader. What? There's no way. Did he actually remove the video? Wow, that's actually crazy. Wait, okay, I'm gonna cut this real quick. I'll be back. Okay, so Infla, or I think it's called Infla, removed his video. I did find a new shorter video, so I'm hoping everything I haven't seen is here. It was posted by Snowy's Adventure. I'll also link their YouTube in the comments below, even if I didn't finish the other person's channel video. I'll also link his content too, because he did get us pretty much half, like 75% through the video. So next we have the 6.5 animated LED app controlled Ultra Skelly with life eyes, LCD eyes. I'm gonna be honest with everyone. I'm not like super ecstatic about this guy. He's cool. Obviously the servos are the best part. Are the best part. But I do I'm not a fan of Grimm. I'm not a fan. There's a lot of servo animatronics I am not big of a fan of. Grimm, I'm not I'm not like hating on Grimm. I'm just saying like he's not one of my favorite animatronics ever. Neither is this guy. I know a lot of people love him though, and for what he is, I think he's pretty cool. But he's not a personal like pickup for me, and I know a lot of people will be picking him up. But yeah, you control him with the app. He has like eyes you can change on the app. He's really cool. You can like pretty much recode him. And oh, these videos are pretty bad quality. Wait, what is my? It's at 720p. Oh, it's the highest it goes. Um, but yeah, he's decent. I mean, like he's not decent. He's phenomenal. But in my opinion, he's not like a personal favorite of mine. Like I prefer the pig reskin over this guy, which is very dumb to say, but you know. Okay, that's the giant Reaper guy. Okay, here's Chucky, Chuck Meister himself. Love him so much. Love the servos. He does still have that like moving side to side movement like the leprechaun. Love him. Looks straight out of Bride of Chucky, just like Tiffany. He doesn't blink with this eye because obviously he doesn't have a eyelid, but they made him blink in the movie. I'm pretty sure from what I remember, but you know, I'm sure they're like cutting down on some of the production budget for how good he looks. Um, he doesn't have the cheek servo movements anymore like mine. Um, and his knife, like I was saying earlier with Tiffany, I do not like this knife. Oh my god, he looks evil. Look at that shot. Goodness. Um, but look at his knife. He's blinking right here, winking. His knife looks very cheap. It just looks like a little. Just I don't like it. It looks bad. That's the only thing. The rest of him so far is really good. His knife lighting up, pretty pointless. And you know how he's pointing with my 2024 Servo Chucky from Home Depot. He has the knife in his hand pointing downwards. That is like Chucky's position of when he kills someone, you know. That's just how like that's how he stabs. With these two, that's not how it is. They're pointing up, which is kind of on brand with Tiffany. I feel like that's what she does. I think that's how she holds a knife. I'm pretty sure that's what I remember from the movies. But with Chucky, he's always holding it upside down. Now, they probably wanted a match with Tiffany so they don't look out of place if you have both of them, which is probably the only reason, but it still kind of looks out of place because Tiffany has an actual knife and Chucky has a terrible looking knife with lights on it. So, that's the only thing there. Personal gripe is him holding it upwards, but that's fine. I just don't like how the knife looks on the, like, right here. It just looks very bland. But that's it. I mean, he looks phenomenal. Definite pickup. This is my number one animatronic pickup of the year. Even though I already have the other Chucky, this guy is a better animatronic overall. I can already just tell. And let's take a look at some of his phrases. Awesome. Absolute awesomeness. Okay, that's Tiffany. We already saw her. Okay. This is another great reskin. The Ogre. I think it is what it is. Awesome animatronic. It is a Carnival Carl reskin. I think this fits more than the Carnival Carl because where would you ever see an 8-foot clown unless it is on stilts? Carnival Carl, I don't think it was ever branded to be on stilts. This guy's cool. I love his like groaning and his everything about him is pretty cool. It's just I really hope there aren't deformities on this guy as much as there are on Carnival Carl, because Carnival Carl had terrible deformities. This guy, I can't tell. He looks like he's pretty filled up though. Like his latex looks pretty good. But yeah, just another skin. We already saw that. We're not gonna. I don't really want to go over the static props. I mean, it's the cat skeleton. Like we got the cat dog last year. It's whatever. I'm not picking that up. I mean, that is probably. We also have a skeleton dog, where he's like new one where he's sitting down. Cool, but whatever. I guess. We got the stupid pumpkin guy. Oh yeah, we have the Reese Jack trio. I mean, pretty cool, I guess, but it is just the trio that was reskinned. And we have this guy, and oh yeah, the Reaper. He would go good with Levitating Reaper, which I own. Nothing much to say. If you don't have a Levitating Reaper or another Reaper of some sorts, I don't think he'd look good. But if you have a Levitating Reaper, which I do, it would look, I think, pretty good next to him standing there. The only, I think he's cool. He would look good on his own, but with more Reapers and skeletons around him, he looks so much better. And I don't really love his mouth movement. As you can see, it like makes his head wobble up and down. He is Pan Asian Creations, which is like their mouth movement thing. That is what you see on their like old Christmas animatronics, and what you see on like their new, obviously 7-foot Reapers here. But yeah, he's cool. Anything else for us in this video? No, we have to find another. Let me find another video. I have to keep linking these people's YouTubes because the other one got deleted. So I don't know if this is it, but I'm gonna have to check. So I couldn't find another video, so we're just gonna watch like this last two last videos, and it is this one and this one. These are like the two, I think, bigger ones that I'm not forgetting. This, if I can find a good shot of her, there we go. I think it's Maleficent. Yeah, Maleficent. I was gonna say Magnificent, which she is a magnificent prop. Maleficent, obviously, Disney. She's better than the evil queen, or whatever her name is. She's Servo. She definitely doesn't have latex face. Has a good mold. Looks great. Might actually be a pickup for me this year, depending on how much she cost. But yeah, she's really cool, and she has extremely lifelike movements because she obviously is Servo, and she is a bird that like squawks. Look, watch that one on her. See, that bird moves there. I mean, awesome animatronic overall. Let's give this guy a like here. But yeah, Maleficent. I know I'm missing a lot more animatronics, but I can't find any more of the demos that were on here. So we're gonna look at these last two here, and I cannot show the music, I'm pretty sure, for these two. And it is the Jack and Sally animatronics for this year. They're the exact same apart from a couple of things. This face mold. I love it way more than the 2017 Spirit Halloween all the way to 2023. Actually, 2025, because I think they still sell the original one on Halloween costumes. I do not like that face mold. I'm probably gonna actually pick this Jack Skellington up this year, and I think he's a decent, like, this is gonna replace the current Jack Skellington I have, because obviously I'm not gonna have two of them on my yard. I think it's just because his face mold is so much better, and it is latex or something like that, which usually isn't a good thing, but in this case it looks better. I think it's latex. I cannot tell, but it looks really good. And he actually has teeth this time around. It's like he has the 15-foot Jack Skellington face mold. But yeah, nothing much about him. Same old, like, movements. Puts his arm up, moves it side to side. It's whatever. And he does obviously sing the music. I do not actually own this version of Jack Skellington. I own the Santa Jack from Christmas. That's why I'm probably going to pick this guy up, because I don't actually own one of the original Jack Skellingtons. Alright. As you can see here, we have Sally. Won't be picking... I don't think I'll pick her up, because most people... I mean, they associate Jack and Sally together. She's not like an immediate pickup for me, but she's cool. And her mouth moves this time around, and she moves side to side. I don't think her eyes move, from what I'm seeing here. Seems like they got rid of that and made her actual mouth move. I kind of think her side to side movement is a little weird, because it is just going back and forth. If they had made her, I think her arms moved on the original prop. If not, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it would look better with her arms just moving with her mouth and her eyes moving. That would look perfect. I don't like the side to side movement. It just looks like she's kind of on a, you can tell she's on a motor. Like, at least with Jack, you can't tell that there's, like, she just looks like a motor that's going side to side. Jack doesn't look like that. But she does have yarn hair from the looks of this. I don't know if she had that before. Unless I think I'm getting confused with the Corpse Bride animatronic. She had like a wig from Spirit Halloween. But yeah, that is about it for 2025 Home Depot. Oh, I missed a huge one I was mentioning earlier, and that is the Shark. Why am I in caps lock? The Shark, this guy here. He's awesome. I mean, there we go. They had this guy at the manager meeting when it first leaked. Everyone was so excited for him. I was excited for him. Like, I wasn't excited to buy him because I'm not buying this Shark, because I have nowhere to, like, fit him into our yard. But he looks great. He's blow mold, all plastic. I'm sure he's pretty expensive. But that's what I was saying earlier with the fisherman and the shark being fit together. This also would fit decent with the pirate theme, especially with the sinking ship. It's like he bit off a piece of the ship. You know, you put him next to it. Perfect theme right there. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. I know there are a couple animatronics I missed. I do know that they brought back the stupid spellcasting. Let's just look that up. They brought back this dumb witch. They brought it back, and it is the exact same witch we saw in 2022. It's a spellcasting witch that is $100. I hate this witch. She is very dumb. I hate her so much. I also missed another major one. Oh my god, why did he have to delete his video? Servo witch. There's so many witches this year. But yeah, the Servo witch. This is gonna be the Spanish trailer. But yeah, she looks great. She has digital eyes, and then she's 7 feet, just like Lethal Lily. But yeah, I'm trying to speed this up a little because we're going on to like almost 50 minutes of this now. So, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, it's a server witch. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. It'll probably either be a decent amount of time because it isn't the Halloween season yet. I am going over to Lowe's today to check out their little mini display they have. And I'll post that on maybe YouTube Shorts because I'm going to be in a store. I don't want to talk too much, and it's not their full display. So I am going to Lowe's to check out if they have their stuff, their mini display out. And yeah, that's probably the next video you'll see. All the videos you're going to see in for like the next couple videos will probably be stores that have Halloween stuff because I don't have other Halloween stuff out besides my Chucky and my Chucky Sidestepper because we put our stuff away yearly. So yeah, expect more videos though. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.